Please be aware that the comments, views, opinions shared on this podcast are not meant to diagnose a medical problem and/or legal problem. If you do have a medical problem or legal problem, kindly contact a professional.
Welcome to An Apple a Day, a podcast, a resource, a community. Share your experiences and learn from others as we overcome barriers and learn to live a happy, healthy life with a disability. Welcome to the community. Here's your host, Jimmy Apple.
Welcome to another episode of An Apple a Day. I'm your host, Jimmy Apple. How you doing today, my friends? How you feeling? You feeling better than you did yesterday? Excellent. Can't ask for better than that, right? Well, before we start, I have to remind you, An Apple a Day is brought to you by www.famousapple.com. Famousapple.com is the home site for this podcast, so if you get a minute, go over there, check it out. And don't forget, we have that new feature on the website where you go to the Contact Us page. There's a button right there on the top of the page. Click on it, and you can leave me a voice message. That's right. All you have to do is talk right into the microphone on your computer or on your phone, and you can leave me a 1.5-minute voice message about anything you want. You want to tell me that you love me or you hate me? You have a question about the podcast or the website or anything at all. Comments, questions, complaints, we take them all, we answer them all. And it'll be me answering you, trust me. So, if you get a minute, go over to www.famousapple.com. Check it out. I think you'll enjoy it. Well, I have some important news from the Department of Social Security. There's a press release went out over the weekend, and I want to share it with you. And it says, new guidance about the COVID-19 economic impact payments for Social Security and Supplemental Security Income SSI beneficiaries from Social Security Commissioner Andrew Saul. The Treasury Department launched a new web tool allowing quick registration for economic impact payments for eligible individuals who do not normally file a tax return, and also announced that it would begin making automatic payments. However, for some people receiving benefits from Social Security Administration, specifically those who have children under the age of 17, it is to their advantage to go to the portal to ensure that they get the $500 per dependent economic impact payment. I encourage them to do this as soon as possible, and I want to provide the following details. People who receive Social Security retirement, survivors, or disability insurance benefits, and who did not file a tax return for 2018 or 19, or who have qualifying children under the age of 17, should now go to the IRS's webpage at www.irs.gov/economic-impact-payments. I'm going to repeat that. It's www.irs.gov/coronavirus/economic-impact-payments to enter their information instead of waiting for their automatic $1,200 economic impact payment. By taking the proactive steps to enter this information on the IRS's website about them and their qualifying children, they will also receive the $500 per dependent child payment in addition to their $1,200 individual payment. If Social Security beneficiaries in this group do not provide their information to the IRS soon, they will have to wait to receive their $500 per qualifying child. The same new guidance also applies to SSI recipients, especially those who have qualifying children under the age of 17. To receive the full amount of the economic impact payments you and your family are eligible for, go to the IRS non-filers Enter Payment Info page, www.irs.gov/coronavirus/economic-impact-payments. I'm going to repeat that. That's www.irs.gov/coronavirus/economic-impact-payments and provide the information about yourself and your qualifying children. Additionally, any new beneficiary since January 1st, 2020 of either Social Security or SSI benefits who did not file a tax return for 2018 or 2019 will also need to go to the IRS's non-filers website to enter their information. Lastly, for Social Security retirement, survivors, or disability beneficiaries who do not have qualifying children under the age of 17, you do not need to take any action with the IRS. You will automatically receive your $1,200 economic impact payment directly from the IRS as long as you received an SSA-1099 for 2019. For SSI recipients who do not have qualifying children under the age of 17, we continue to work closely with the Treasury in our efforts to make these payments automatically. Please note that we will not consider economic impact payments as income for SSI recipients, and the payments are excluded from resources for 12 months. The eligibility requirements and other information about the economic impact payments can be found here at www.irs.gov/coronavirus/economic-impact-payment-information-center. I'm going to repeat that. www.irs.gov/coronavirus/economic-impact-payment-information-center. In addition, please continue to visit the IRS at www.irs.gov/coronavirus for the latest information. We will continue to update Social Security's COVID-19 webpage at www.socialsecurity.gov/coronavirus as further details become available. And there you have it. That's the latest press release from the Department of Social Security about the economic impact payments. I wanted to make sure I shared that with you as soon as I got it. So there you have it. I've got something else I want to touch on here. It has to do with this staying put. Everyone thinks they're being safe by just staying in the house, but there's things you have to take care of even though you're staying in the house, even though you're staying away from other people and you're socially distant. And we're going to touch on that next. This coronavirus can live on plastic, can live on cardboard, can live on wood, can live on just about any surface, metal, and has different lifespans. Certain things it can live for 3-4 days. You know, people sneeze, it can last in the air for 14, 15 feet. They, in the beginning they said 6 feet. Now they're finding out it can stay hanging in the air for 14, 15 feet. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. And that's what we were talking about last time. Getting food delivered to your house. All right, I'm not saying that the restaurants are bad. I said that last time too. The restaurants aren't bad. But you have to worry about what people have on their hands. And it's not a malicious thing. They're not going out and getting it and saying, I'm going to infect this guy. But they pick it up by accident also. The delivery people, they pick it up by accident. The people that are working in the restaurant, they pick it up by accident. Nobody's picking up this virus on purpose and trying to spread it. And that's why, especially the disabled people, we have problems enough with our immune systems. We're taking all kinds of medication that can knock our immune systems down a bit. And we have infections, we have different problems. And our immune systems are already compromised. So we have to worry twice as much as the normal person, really, about catching this. And we have to take those extra steps to protect ourselves, even though we're staying put in our house. We're staying put. You have to be careful. I have a story here that was in the New York Post just today, and I want to share this with you. This is something to think about, and it might scare you, actually. A North Carolina coronavirus patient said she was infected despite staying home for the 3 weeks leading up to her diagnosis last Thursday, report said. This is the sickest I've ever been, and it's the most scared I've ever been, she told the radio station. I'm absolutely terrified. She, who suffers from an autoimmune disorder, told the outlet that she had last left her Charlotte home for a trip to a pharmacy in mid-March. That's the last time she was out. Because of her underlying condition, she, as a precautionary measure, had kept her distance from others, including her husband, who was living in a separate room. On one occasion, a woman who since tested positive for the illness dropped off groceries to her doorstep, the report said. Well, she didn't come into contact with the woman. She said she retrieved the bag of food from her porch without gloves. I really thought I was doing everything right, she said. I never had anything like this before. I've had the flu. This is not the flu. This is a whole different monster. So there you have it. One thing she didn't do. She didn't put on gloves to take in a bag of groceries. We have to be vigilant, people. Everybody, not just the disabled, but everybody. We have to be vigilant. The gloves, it's very important. The gloves, the face mask, it's all so important. It's our lives we're talking about. People are dying. Something else I can't understand. Over the weekend, I took a ride with my wife. We went to a BJ's outlet. I didn't go in. I stayed in the car. My wife went in. And I was watching the people. Now, for the most part, most people were wearing gloves and they were wearing the face masks. But then you have these other people that are going in there. No masks, no gloves. There was one idiot. He had the face mask, and I'm sure he was young, so I'm sure he thought he was being funny. He had a hole cut in the face mask, and he's smoking a cigarette through the hole in the face mask. How asinine can you be? But I have to commend BJ's. They had buckets set up all over the parking lot, and for you to throw your gloves in. The parking lot was spotless. We had driven through another place, and people, I don't understand people. Why would you take the gloves off and throw them on the floor? Even if there was no virus or anything, why throw garbage on the floor? Where were you raised? In a barn? That makes no sense to me. There's garbage pails around. Throw it, take the extra steps and put it in a garbage pail. That's the same thing when I see people, and this drives me up a wall. Oh my God, there's a drive. And I've said this before in the podcast. People see handicapped parking spots, and instead of walking their cart to the cart corrals where they can put their empty carts in there and the people will come out and get them and bring them back in the store, no, they'll push them into the handicapped spots or into the spot where the X's next to the handicap spot. So the handicapped people really can't get out of their car because they're piled up with wagons. How lazy can you be? I don't understand some people. But now you're talking about your life, and you're going out and you're going into a public space, and you're not wearing plastic gloves. You're not wearing the face mask like they're telling you to wear. Personally, I think you should be wearing glasses as well. Keep yourself protected. Protect yourself. And I read an article on Sunday about staggering the way you walk around people. You shouldn't walk directly behind someone. You should walk to the left or to the right of them, behind them, and keep yourself 6 to 10 feet behind them. There's so many ways you can protect yourself, and it has to be done. Personally, to stay put, shelter in place. That's what has to be done. The more we do it now, the less we're going to have to do it later. I know it sounds terrible, but you know what? Disabled people have been doing it ever since they got hurt. They shelter in place because there's really no place else they can go. And believe me, it sucks. It sucks. You're stuck in the house, but you get used to it. Not that you want to get used to it. You want to be able to go back out. You want to go out. You want to enjoy yourself, but it's not as bad as people are making it out to be. And you see all these pictures on Facebook and stuff like that. They say, who could go and live in a cabin in the woods for the next 10 years without internet? You can't even do it for 3 weeks, some people. Trust me, it's better to save your life and shelter in place for a while so you don't have to do it for the rest of our lives. Well, I just wanted to share these thoughts with you today. And I want to remind you, did you check your auto insurance? Make sure you check your auto insurance because they're giving rebates. The money's better in your pocket, especially now. So check your auto insurance. Also, check the insurance on your credit cards. If you have insurance on your credit cards and you've lost your job or you've been laid off, hey, your credit cards could be getting paid off for you. So that's something else to look at. Same thing with your mortgage insurance. If you have insurance on your mortgage, check that. Also, the mortgage companies are giving you 3-month leeway. So call your mortgage company and you may be able to push your mortgage payments off. You're not going to eliminate them. You're going to put them on the end of the loan, but at least it gives you some breathing space. There's some space that you can save some money for the time being and just get that stranglehold off you. So make it a little bit easier for you to breathe. All right? So listen, my friends, thanks a lot for stopping by today. I will talk to you later on this week, and I want you to remember, things can always be worse. No matter what, there's someone somewhere right now wishing they were in your position. And remember this too, no one ever went blind by looking at things from the bright side. Remember that, my friends. Okay, you've been listening to An Apple a Day, albeit a short version today. My name is Jimmy Apple. I'll talk to you during the week, and remember this too, laughter is the best medicine, my friends. Keep a smile on your face.
Thanks for listening to An Apple a Day with Jimmy Apple, your gateway to a happy, healthy life. Join our community at www.famousapple.com. See you next time.